boxing politics will stop Lamont Roach Jr. from successfully defeating Gervonta Tank Davis in a rematch. Let me explain why. Boxing is a business. We all know that sports are rigged. All sports are rigged, especially boxing. Boxing has historically been proven to be rigged time after time, where fighters that are supposed to win fights don't win fights due to the politics of boxing. And Gervonta Tank Davis next to Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. Obviously, Canelo's number one. Gervonta Tank Davis is number two. We've seen how much his pay-per-view fight with Ryan Garcia did. And, you know, Tank is a major star in boxing. And boxing can't afford to have Gervonta Tank Davis lose unless he loses by KO. If Lamont Roach Jr. is lucky enough to score a successful KO on Gervonta Tank Davis, that's the only way he's going to beat Tank. And listen, Lamont Roach, he's shown in the first fight that he can hurt Tank. You know, he hit Tank with a nice punch that made him stumble back, and then he took a knee, ran to his corner, had his eyes wiped. He lied and said it was hair grease. Nah, Lamont Roach showed in that first fight between the two that he can indeed hurt Tank. But Gervonta Tank Davis is coming into this fight better, sharper, more focused. He obviously underestimated Lamont Roach. Him and Lamont Roach are friends. Lamont Roach going into this fight, this was Lamont Roach's first fight at 135 pounds. So Gervonta Tank Davis did not take the fight that serious because we found out that he already had a huge fight with Jake Paul lined up after the Lamont Roach fight. But Lamont Roach getting a draw against Tank stopped that. And Jake Paul just said yesterday that the fight's still going to happen. If Gervonta Tank Davis successfully defeats Lamont Roach, him and Jake Paul and Tank are going to fight in November to close out the year. And then Gervonta Tank Davis is going to retire. Tank already said after this year he's retiring. So Lamont Roach, he needs to go into this training camp coming up with the strategy to knock out Tank. He has to knock out Tank. Tank hasn't been dropped before in this professional fight. So it's going to be a hard task. And, I would love to see Lamont Roach do it. But if I was a betting man, I would say that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to win this fight by decision. But I want Lamont Roach Jr. to win this fight. I just know what boxing is, man. I understand how big of a fighter Gervonta Tank Davis is. I understand how much money he brings into the sport of boxing. I understand how many fans that he brings to the sport of boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis, he's brought in so many, millions of younger fans that weren't watching boxing before he fought Ryan. They're watching boxing now because of Tank. So, looking at it like that, man, there's no way Lamont Roach Jr. wins a decision against Gervonta Tank Davis. He's going to have to knock out Tank, and I just don't see it happening. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.